Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food. Today we're going to be doing the triple mites. I don't know, I can't think of another name for it. So basically what we're doing are three spreads. One is from, or two are from the UK, originally from the UK. One is from Australia. And one of the ones from the UK, we actually have to use the US version. We'll get to that in a minute. But there are multiple preparations using these spreads. And so I'm going to use a different one for each one. And we're going to start with the one in the middle because it's probably one that most people haven't heard of. Now, I know that people have heard of Marmite. I know that people have heard of Vegemite, but I don't know a lot of people have heard of Bovrite. Now, actually, Bovrite is a kind of a substitute product. That's made in the United States. And it's a substitute product for Bovrite. Now, the reason that you can't get Bovrite in the United States is because the USDA does not allow it in the country because it's made from beef. I think they stopped that when there was mad cow, and then it just never continued, so you can't get Bovrite in the United States. Bovrite's been around for a long time. It's essentially a beef extract paste that was developed in the 1870s by John Lawson Johnston, and he basically found a way to concentrate spent brewer's yeast. So he got the spent brewer's yeast from the breweries, found a way to concentrate that and make that into a product that was easily portable. So Bovrite's been around for a long time. Now, Bovrite is very similar to the other ones that can be used as a spread on toast, which it frequently is. But there's also another preparation which we're going to do specifically for this. Now, again, this is an American product, and it's an American product because the USDA does not allow beef products to be imported. This is made by New World Services, which was incorporated in Matthew, North Carolina in 1997. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Now each one, I'm going to take a little taste of it, just so that I see what it tastes like on its own. Marmite is probably the most familiar, and the most people kind of know what that tastes like, unless you've never had access to it. But we're going to save all that fun talk for a second here. We're going to start with the Bovrite. Beefy Bovrite. They call it a meat and vegetable extract, so they add vegetable and herbs and spices to it. The ingredients on this is hydrolyzed vegetable protein, beef stock, water, yeast extract, modified cornstarch, caramel color, sugar, salt, onion powder, natural spices, lactic acid, acetic acid, thickener, vitamins, anti-foaming agent, natural flavorings, and flavor enhancer. No MSG added, but it says contains soy and egg. I don't know. There was no egg in the ingredients. Oh, that smells. Well, it smells. All right, here we go. It tastes like beef bouillon times 10. It's just like amplified beef bouillon. It's salty. It really tastes like salty concentrated beef. All right, so typically the other ones are spread on toast, and this one can be too, but there's another use for this that people don't talk about, and that is beef tea. So in the UK, they have a thing they call beef tea, and it's basically taking a teaspoon of Bovrite and mixing it with hot water. So we have some hot water here. We have a cup. And let's make some magic. It's funny because it's kind of thin on the top, but underneath it it's really thick. Look at that, it's kind of like gelatinous. We're going to enjoy that beef tea. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit a minute because it's really, the water just boiled. And I know you want me to burn my lips, but I don't want to burn my lips or my tongue or any other part of my mouth. And then we're going to see what that tastes like afterwards. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for now. And let's move on to, how about the Marmite? Let's move on to the Marmite. Marmite was invented in Germany. It was invented by Justus von Liebig. I think I'm saying his name right. Justus von Liebig. Yeah, that sounds about right. And this is also made from beer byproducts. Now the name Marmite actually comes from the French name for a large earthenware pot, and that earthenware pot is generally, shaped like this. In the 1920s, Marmite was sold in an earthenware pot in this shape, but they've gone to glass. I don't know if they sell it in plastic. They do actually sell it in individual containers. Now, if you've ever been to the UK and you've been to like a breakfast buffet, you'll always see Marmite on the breakfast buffet because typically people put this on toast. So what they do is we have some toast here. Let's bring that up. And they spread some butter on toast and they put like kind of points of Marmite on the toast and then spread it. Now, we tried this a while ago. Our mistake was we just took a whole bunch of that and we just spread it all over the toast, and it was horrific. You got to do it the right way, apparently. So let's go ahead and open that up. And a lot of people use Marmite for other things like cooking. They use it on roasts, things along those lines. That one has kind of more of a foul smell. It's really hard to describe. All right, so I'm going to take some kind of points of this. I'm going to put it kind of dab it around. A little bit goes a long way here. Now the thing about Marmite is it's very popular in the UK. Well, when I say popular, I mean a lot of people know about it. And if you go to their website, there's two entrances to their website. So you can click on love it or you can click on hate it. So even they have kind of adopted the whole acceptance of the fact that some people love this and some people absolutely hate it. So let's move that out of the way. We don't want that getting all over the place. Call the police on us. All right, let's give this a shot. Cheers. The butter helps. It's really salty. And there's this kind of, I don't want to say sour. It's like, think umami times 10. That's the kind of taste. It's like an earthy, oily, salty, I don't know. It's like you would imagine an eel's body fluid would taste like. Now, obviously you'd have this with like tea, maybe coffee if you want to, and sparingly. So one slice of toast is absolutely enough. Now, while it was invented in Germany, it was first manufactured in a factory in Staffordshire, England, by the Marmite Food Company, and Marmite was its main product. And they got their yeast from nearby Bass Brewery, which is still making beer today. So Marmite is definitely the most popular, the most famous of all the Mighty Mites. I don't really have to eat this whole thing, but for some reason I am. I can also see where this is one of those things that becomes an acquired taste. It's just a really weird, unusual experience. There we go. Okay, so last on our hit parade, we're going to do Vegemite. Now, Vegemite is produced in a similar manner to Marmite, except they also add vegetables and spices. So, let's see the ingredients on here. The product contains yeast extract, salt, malt extract, flavor enhancer, color, spice extract, contains celery, niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, folic acid. It doesn't really say what vegetables are in there. So we're going to try, So caveat, or full disclosure, I've already opened this. And the reason I opened this is because I decided that this was going to be a viewer's choice, because Horseman Cam, one of our subscribers, suggested that we make a Vegemite sandwich. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard about the Vegemite sandwich. I said, "Do you speak my language?" He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite. I'm slaughtering that. I don't know how that song goes, but he just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. So we made a Vegemite sandwich. So basically, We took some bread, put butter on the inside, put a thin layer of Vegemite on that, sliced some cheddar cheese, put that on top of that, a little bit of butter on the outside, slapped it on the grill, waited until it was nice and toasty, turned it over, and that's what we have here. So let's take a look at that. There we go. You see that little dark area in there? That's the Vegemite. So we are going to eat a Vegemite sandwich. So Horseman Cam, this is for you. Now, the thing about Vegemite sandwiches and Vegemite and cheese is Vegemite was originally created in 1922 in Melbourne, Australia by Cyril Callister. In 1925, Walker, you know, the chip people, the UK chip people, and Kraft, you know, the cheese people, they merged and they created the Kraft Walker Cheese Company. Now, in order to increase sales of Vegemite, what they did was they gave it away free when you bought cheese. And because you bought cheese and you bought Vegemite, people put them together and they made sandwiches. And that's where the Vegemite sandwich originally started back in the 1920s. In the 1990s, Kraft came out with Vegemite singles. And as you well expected, it didn't do too well. So this has that same saltiness. It's not as powerful. It's not as pungent in the face as Marmite is. Let's take a little bit on the spoon and see what that tastes like just by itself. This is really thick. Wow, that is really thick, extremely salty. There's some artificial taste underneath that, or something kind of tastes artificial. Tastes like you imagine machine oil would taste. There's a really kind of a strange taste, something almost a metallic taste underneath that. It's really kind of weird. But in the sandwich, it doesn't really come across. It mixes with the cheese really nice. This is the way to go. If you're gonna eat that, do a Vegemite sandwich. That's really pretty good. Okay, Marmite on toast, thumbs up. Maybe I have to say thumbs up trending downward because it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Vegemite sandwich, thumbs up, really good. Now, let's try our beef tea made with Bovrite. Tastes like beef bouillon. I mean, really. If you took beef bouillon and made soup with it, not even soup, but just a broth, it's kind of what it tastes like. Almost exactly what it tastes like. You don't taste the yeast in it. You can smell it. You can smell that something's different. Flavor-wise, it's salty beef. You don't get so much of the yeast flavor when it's served like this. So I'm going to say that's a thumbs up. On a cold morning, if you're not feeling well, that's probably just what the doctor ordered. That one's going to be pretty good. I would not have your breakfast and drink one of these for breakfast. I would not do that. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. It's going to get a thumbs up. So we tried the Mighty Mites, Vegemite, Marmite, and Bovrite, which isn't technically a mite, it's a right, but you know, we're taking poetic license with that. Actually pretty good. Pretty good if you use them sparingly and use them in a preparation and not just taking a spoonful of them. A spoonful of them, they're disgusting. So probably not meant to be eaten that way anyways. So where can you get these in the United States? I would say try Cost Plus World Market. That's where I got these, and I think they have all three at Cost Plus World Market. Some of the larger grocery stores in the United States, like your large Kroger stores, they're going to have the Marmite. They may or may not have the Vegemite, but they'll definitely have the Vegemite at Cost Plus World Market, and they'll definitely have the Bovrite at Cost Plus World Market. And good luck getting the Bovril because you just can't get it in the U.S. So if I have any of my UK friends out there want to set a guy up, just let me know. We'll try the Bovril. I don't even know if they still make it there. You guys let me know. Leave a comment down below, let me know. But when you get out to get this stuff, just remember that it's crazy out there. So please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.